Things are indeed getting out of hand and it is really getting serious. Imagine how displaced residents of Niger State have decided to relocate to government house. I believe that is what the government understands now because everyone seems to be too quiet for the government and they just misbehave, do as they wish, and nobody will be able to contend with them or even try to challenge them. But now Nigerians are waking up, even in the north. I'm so surprised that they are really waking up these days and standing up to the government to challenge them of the recent happenings going on in the country. Well, more details about all of this because in Niger State, they are saying they displaced residents are moving to the government house. Wow, how is this going to happen? Are they going to shoot them down just like they shot um, protesters, NSAS protesters the other time? We don't know yet, but more details I'll bring to you. But please, if you have not subscribed to our channel, what are you waiting for? Please ensure you hit the subscribe button and also give this video a thumbs up. Yes, don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you can get updated anytime we drop a new video. Yes, guys, don't forget this is Saffron Media and we are here to give you the best, the most trendy, exciting, reliable, authentic, reliable, and sizzling hot gist from Nigeria, especially in the areas of politics and many more. So stay tuned, help us, share us, like, and also drop your comments always. Okay, my dear friends, without further ado, it says right here that aggrieved residents from the 8 wards in the Shiroro local government area of Niger State have said that they will find shelter in a government house in Mina if the government fails to find a lasting solution to the banditry. The displaced villagers say that bandits have taken over their local government area and wreaking havoc on over 100 communities. The president of Lakmam Youth Assembly, Jibrin Alawa, cried out while addressing journalists on the plight of the people in Mina on Monday. Alawa said the bandits now made Alawa Games reserves as their den because the government had ceded our lands to them. Alawa said without prejudice to the above, the government appears incapacitated or unwilling to do the needful. As recent events suggest, the government has ceded Alawa, Bassa, and indeed the entire Lakma area to bandits and terrorists. We shall mobilize our displaced and hopeless kinsmen to occupy and take shelter in government facilities within Mina if our plight is not addressed in earnest. Until our plights are addressed, we will boycott all civic responsibilities to the state. Lakman area is now bandits and terrorists safe, having, for purpose of clarity, banditry around that axis began in 2015 in Alawa. This has festered and consumed the entire political axis with no succor in sight. It is incomprehensible that criminals have become landlords in a sovereign state with armed forces. Terrorists and bandits control our territory and decide what goes or stays. It is that pathetic. However, efforts to reach the state police spokesman Wasiu Abiodun proved abortive as several calls and a text message to his mobile phone were neither answered nor replied. Meanwhile, 4 days after bandits invaded the Joint Security Task Force camp, Alawa, Shiroro local government area of Niger State, killing soldiers and policemen, the entire Alawa community has again been raided. It was gathered that the gunmen, numbering about 100, reportedly arrived in the community around 2 a.m. on Monday, plundered for over 4 hours, and made away with cows and sheep. It was also learned that nobody was killed, but the people escaped in different directions into the bush as the gunmen freely moved from house to house and dispossessed the people of their belongings, including foodstuffs and other valuables. According to a source, a pregnant woman who ran into the bush for safety was said to have given birth in the bush, and the gunmen asked some women to attend to her while their looting went on. The entire Alawa community is now deserted as the people have fled to neighboring Pandugari town, where they are taking refuge in a primary school and other open spaces without food and water, the sources said. You know, things like this could actually make one weep and even groan in pain, because a country that is free, a country that is once beautiful, a country that we can once call our own, call ourselves brothers and sisters, have now become a den of banditry, criminalism, and all sorts of evil you can think about, just because we have a government that is irresponsible, a government that has become incapacitated to attend to the good things that Nigerians are supposed to enjoy. Rather, they cannot do anything about banditry, and rather feeding it to even make it more conducive for them. Now they have taken over a lot of communities in the north. And what has the government done? What have they done? Nothing. And when these people take actions, that is when they begin to react. You don't have to wait for people to get frustrated or pushed to the wall before you really do the right things or teach them the right things to do. Our government have become so incapacitated and weak not to handle security situations in the country. It is painful, it is heartbreaking, it is disheartening for Nigerians to suffer in this manner in their own land. Now it is very convenient for government to walk into any place and do whatever they want, and nobody, no security operative dare challenge them. That is how powerful they have become. And good to know that the youths and even the Northerners are now beginning to understand that these politicians have no interest of them at heart. Rather, they want them to continue to suffer and wallow in that poverty state to which they are. So that when they come back again to run for office, those guys have no options than to still vote for them into power. Because without them, they will tell them, in this region, we are not going to be sending you food. We are not going to be doing anything for you. And before you know it, because of the rate of poverty, you see everyone rushing to vote in the wrong person. Well, now that the youths of the northern youths are awake, it is also a good one. And I hope that they sustain this momentum to ensure that they force the government to do the right things. How can people be displaced? And we have government that are not even accountable to the people. Is that democracy? That is what we should be asking ourselves, because it is no longer democracy. This government has given too much power to governors, to House of Rep members, and even senators. They believe they can do as they like, and all of this really has to stop. So, my dear people, thank you so much for listening. Whatever you have to say, please drop it in the comment section, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Do have a pleasant time. Bye for now.